Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have another Monday quarterback video for you. I'm going to play the entirety of this video without any interruptions, and then I'll go back and talk about things that are going on to better explain what's going on and talk about things that I think that were done right and or done wrong. This video does not follow the typical critical incident type of briefing video. There is no spokesperson from an agency talking about what's going on or anything like that. This comes from the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office in Florida. The incident is a deputy responded to a car crash involving a rollover and has made contact with this woman here. I'll play the video and then I'll talk a little bit more about the incident. Here we go.
Go ahead. Day 23. Hello. What's going on? Man, stop real quick. Possibly 1012, the signal free driver. What's going on? You don't know? Alright. You're just hit. Were you just in a crash? Ma'am, come up here. Don't walk away. No, no walking. Come over here. Okay? Walk upstairs, alright? Let's get out this water area.
I don't want to. I'm scared.
You're scared? Alright, let's walk up here. Let's get off this water, okay? Don't run. Slowly walk.
Alright, let's get into it. So the video is very, very short. I wish there was a longer version of it, but there's not. Again, like I said, this comes from St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office down in Florida, and this officer or deputy was responding to a traffic accident involving a rollover. She was the person that was in the vehicle. After this occurred, and what's happened here is she stabbed him in the neck. And I'm not 100% sure what it was she stabbed him with in the neck with. I don't know if it was an actual knife or some type of improvised kind of weapon, but she did stab him in the neck, and it hit his carotid artery. It didn't completely sever it, but it did nick it, and after being stabbed in the neck, he held pressure on his neck with one hand. Actually, we'll back up a little bit more. She stabs him in the neck. He's actually able to draw his gun and fire a round at her. He misses completely, but he does draw his gun and fire at her. He puts pressure on his neck, and then he gives chase. He actually chases after her. She, of course, has a pretty good lead on him, and she ends up going down an embankment or something like that, and he decides to hold up where he's at once he gets to the very top, and he ends up positioning himself between where she had went to and some houses. Basically, he was guarding these houses where people were so that she couldn't come back through him and get to them and hurt them, or go in, take a hostage, or go try to steal one of their cars, or whatever. So he took some positioning to protect the people there while still holding pressure on his neck after being stabbed. So that's I mean, after being stabbed in the neck, dude gives chase and then takes up a guarding position to protect other people. That's hell yeah. I mean, I don't think there's that many people who would, after being stabbed in the neck, continue to fight like that. He went to the hospital, and they ended up taking some artery material from his leg and sewn it into his neck area, and he's recovering. He's doing good. The doctor did say that if the wound, if she would have come in at a different angle and it had gone an inch closer, he would not have survived that. And that happens when it comes to carotid artery injuries like that. I mean, there's not a whole lot that you can do when someone has a severed carotid artery. I mean, it's not like you can put a tourniquet around the neck or anything like that. I mean, it's just in one of those spots where it's just so difficult to do anything with it. So he's very, very, very lucky that he survived. So at the beginning of the video, he is at the top and he is walking down these stairs. You hear him talking.
Go ahead. Day 23. Hello.
So he's talking on his portable radio, and he has a earpiece plugged into his mic and running to his ear. That's why you don't hear anybody talking back to him on the radio. So that's one of the big benefits of running an earpiece like that, is no one else gets to hear what dispatch is saying. So, dealing with someone who has warrants or something like that, and dispatch comes back and says they have a warrant out for their arrest or blah, 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 then, that right there can make a person snap and either start running, start fighting, whatever. So it kind of gives you that tactical edge, I guess you could say, in preventing someone from initiating action after hearing something. Also, it's quiet. You don't hear anything. So for building searches or just searching woods or doing something, you're wanting to be kind of sneaky. It's great so that none of that radio transmission gets heard by the adversary. The downside to them, for some people, especially like me, I guess I tend to produce more earwax than most people do. Because anytime I've ever tried to use earpieces, the little earpiece thing always gets compacted with earwax, and I'll even use Q-tips and everything to try and clean my ears out, and it's never worked out for me. I've always found that the earpieces get compacted with earwax, and it's hard to clean them out. There's a lot of maintenance and upkeep with them. I've also not found an earpiece that was very comfortable for me to wear. It just always kind of ended up hurting my ear. And then, lastly, is it doesn't necessarily always stay on very well. It can be very easy for it to pop out during a fight and you not be able to hear a damn thing because the earpiece is still plugged in, and if it's not in your ear canal, you're not hearing a damn thing. So, and it don't even have to be fighting. I mean, it could be something as simple as running or something like that. If you don't have a good earpiece, it's more likely to fall out. And so some people like them, some people don't. But that's why you don't hear anybody talking when he's talking, in case you was wondering what he was doing. She's obviously all the way down here, and he's dealing with a traffic collision rollover, so there could be more people, and he's the only one here, and he's near a body of water. So I wouldn't necessarily think that it would be the best idea to go down there all by himself and then a fight occur and potentially end up in the water. That's going to make a fight real difficult and a lot more dangerous. He does end up making it down here to her and makes contact with her. And I would suspect that based off what she's wearing, he probably didn't think much of it. I mean, she's got some tight little shorts on and a little tank top, bikini top thing. I don't know what you would call this. A sports bra. So yeah, like, obviously you don't see any guns. I I mean, maybe some bazookas. But I mean, seriously, like what kind of gun is she going to be hiding on her? She don't have anything. Now she does sort of kind of keep her hands behind her back some, and that's a little peculiar. So she had to have been concealing whatever the weapon it was she had behind her back there, and that you could say that's a failing point where he did not have her bring her hands out to where he could see them. She does have something.
Alright, let's walk up here. Let's get off this water, okay?
So she has something
Don't
that looks like
run.
a phone.
Slowly walk. You're scared? Alright, let's walk up here. Let's get off this water, okay? Don't.
So she had something like a phone or like a little tiny clutch or something like that in her hand. Couldn't see it very well, but there's something there, and it doesn't look like a weapon.
Alright. You're just hit. Were you just in a crowd? Walk upstairs. Okay? Away. No, no walking. Come over here. Okay? Walk upstairs, alright? Let's get out this water area.
I don't wanna. I'm scared.
You're scared? Alright, let's walk up here. Let's get off this water, okay?
So when she turns, she has this in her hand. The other hand goes down to her side. So I'm assuming that at this point she has it in her hand and she is concealing it from him.
Don't
And then she goes here. The hand goes to the front.
run. Slowly walk.
And you notice that she somewhat
Water,
lost
okay?
some footing.
Don't run. Slowly walk.
And that tells me that her hand was full, or else she would have braced on this rail right here to keep her from going a little bit further to the left. So she's got the weapon in her hand at this point, and I would suspect that she had probably thought about maybe trying to attack him down here. Knew that facing him one-on-one, it probably wasn't going to play out very well.
Scared?
And so her best
Alright, let's walk up here. Let's get off this water,
her best
okay?
bet would be to do an ambush attack,
run.
which is what most of these people do. They do ambush attacks. And
Slowly walk.
I would say that probably at some point up here along the stairs, it just came to her that turn and strike. And then she does turn and strike. He's also following pretty close in behind her. I wouldn't necessarily advocate following very close in behind someone on stairs unless you've got some type of positive control over them. The best thing to do, in my opinion, would be just to get her to try and come up these stairs. One, it's safer that way. You reduce your risks of being pushed and tumbling down the stairs, and you don't know if she's alone or not. So I think it would have been better in his interest to have her come up the stairs, but he didn't. The biggest thing is I don't think that he got her to show her hands the way that he should have. So if he would have done that, have her put her hands out and show her hands to him, I think that it's possible that he would have been able to detect that she was armed with some type of weapon. And if she did have it in her hand at this point, she could have either A, started to attack, or would have become very, very hesitant and deceptive, and probably, I suspect, peg something in his head to make him think, hey, something's up here, she ain't showing me her hands. And he could at least pull some type of tool out, some type of defensive tool, to have it ready in the event that she did attack. Not much else on this story. She is charged, I believe, last I remember reading, she is charged with attempted murder on a police officer. She was like 21 years old or something like that. I don't remember them saying anything about her having a criminal background or anything like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if she does have some type of criminal background. Normal people just, they don't do this. She's probably white trash, and has probably been involved in the criminal justice system multiple times already. So would not be surprised to find out that she has some type of criminal background, out on probation or something like that. But I didn't find any information to indicate that that's what the case is. But normal people don't do this shit. Like people who've rolled over in an accident, don't stab police in the neck just because they're scared. She's a piece of shit, obviously. Unfortunately, when he did fire at her, he missed. It would have been better if he would have been able to, get a good hit on her and then never have to worry about her ever again stealing our oxygen. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more Monday quarterback videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching.